Welcome back to the Bryan Devore Connection. I'm your host, Bryan Devore. Imagine a company that can do an assessment of your home to see how you can age in place successfully, can do the modifications to age in place successfully, do maintenance and repairs to ensure that you can age in place successfully, all in one company. Well, you don't have to imagine that anymore because there is a company like that, and they are called TruBlue. And here to talk to us today about TruBlue are the owners of TruBlue, and that is Tom and Liz. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. So I'm so glad you guys are here. When I met you, I'm like, oh my God, you're a godsend for a lot of my clients who are seniors who are looking to age in place successfully, but don't know how, don't know where to start. So Tom, we're going to start with you. What is TruBlue?
So TruBlue is a franchise, and we're a locally owned franchise location of a handyman company with a special focus in helping seniors who want to age at home and do so safely. We're licensed with a general contractor's license. We're bonded, insured, and background checked employees. We bring a high level of communication and trust so that the seniors themselves or their family members can feel comfortable that we bring in high quality people and we communicate effectively with what's going on the projects, and we do good quality work that we stand behind.
Yeah, and I can attest to that because I've had you guys work on a client's home, and you guys were amazing, from soup to nuts, so to speak.
Awesome.
The whole way through. And you have a brand promise as well.
Yeah, so we want to be a trusted partner that you can absolutely count on in all respects, and that is somewhat lacking in the home services space, specifically for handyman. Handyman have a bad reputation. We're certified in home safety assessments, but we also are high quality technicians across all the trade skills, and we stand behind our work. We try to give a good experience in an industry that often leaves people frustrated. So an example of that would be we do fixed pricing. So we'll figure out the cost of a project, and the price is the price. A lot of people in the space will charge by the hour, and then you think you know what you're going to be spending, but then it can change dramatically as things extend or don't go as planned. So we try to take a lot of that guesswork out and give people a good understanding before they commit, and then follow through and deliver on what we promised.
Got it. That sounds amazing. Liz, why did you both decide to go into this line of work?
I think when we started looking to purchase a franchise, there's so many options out there. And when we came across TruBlue, we saw it was like a handyman company, and we're like, neither of us are handymen. But then we saw where it said that they focus on seniors aging safely in place. So that really hit home to us, as I'm sure it does for a lot of people our age who have aging parents, aging family members, and you want them to be safe in their home. So that's why we purchased this franchise, because it really pulled at our heartstrings. And my mom lives alone. She's a senior, 78, and she has MS, and she's fallen a couple times in her home, and and no one lives with her, so it's like, right. Who's going to be there to help with these modifications and to make sure that she's safe, and you're not worrying about your family members.
Right. Well, so it sounds like it really resonated with you with your own personal story. I remember you telling that story in my Senior 101 class, and I could tell everyone in the group was like going like this, right? Either themselves or their loved ones are going through those things, because we want to be sure that people are safe, especially in their own home. If they can't be safe in their own home, then they can't be safe anywhere. So there's 4 components to what you offer for seniors and their families. First one is the assessment. Let's talk about that first.
Okay. So we have, both Tom and I are senior home safety certified. So I'm usually the one that goes into the home and does a 75-point assessment of the home. There's a whole checklist, and mainly it's checking for walkways, rugs that can be removed, water temperature in the showers, just lighting, light switches, anything that would cause the senior to fall, because it's about 90% of seniors want to age in their homes.
Right.
So that's why I go ahead and do the senior assessment. I bring along with me our lead technician, who would actually be assessing what work needs to be done, since I'm not the handyman.
Right.
And we just go through the house, and it's free. And we just want to help people know what they can do, or help their children know what they should do to make their families age safe.
Yeah. I mean, some of those I already knew about, but like even the water temperature, that didn't even cross my mind, that what happens if they are having water temperature that's too high, and that could be a big problem. All right, so you do the assessment, and now the senior says, great, but now what? How do I take what you've given me and make it into a reality? So Tom, what's next?
So there's a few things that can come out of a home safety assessment. Recommendations for changing the layout of the home, or the furniture in the home, or just decluttering the home. Some of that does not require any assistance, though we're happy to provide that. We do have specialists in the organization space. Some of it are home modifications, such as grab bars or ramps, or floor modifications to make it smoother transition if you have any kind of walker or rolling device you got to get around the house with, or even more major things like widening doorways if you're recently coming into, or have come into needing to use a wheelchair. Even larger things of lowering countertops. If you're now wheelchair bound, you may not be able to use kitchen countertops where they were, so we can do the work to bring that down. So it can be very simple things. Grab bars are inexpensive and straightforward and obvious. And there's a lot of other things like improving lighting, or putting electrical outlets where they need to be to avoid cords going across walkways. There's a variety of things, all of which kind of fall in the handyman space in terms of skill set. So we bring in electrician, plumber, flooring, painting, carpentry, pretty much all of the trade skills are covered. So almost all the modifications that can come out of an assessment, we can take on and deliver.
Got it. Okay. Step 1, assess. Step 2, modify. But now the home's been modified, but you still have those darn air filters that have to be changed out. Batteries are beeping in smoke detectors. So Liz, you have a great maintenance program that addresses those things.
Yeah, we do. We actually have a maintenance program that's, I think Tom actually would know more about this than I do.
Okay, then I will go back to Tom.
Back to
Yeah,
Tom.
no problem.
So we have a standard program. It's quarterly. We come in every 3 months, and we first we come in and assess the home and all of the equipment and furnishings and the style of home and what type of maintenance items there are that need to be addressed. And we build a plan custom to each home, but the general pattern. So there's a seasonality to it. You only need to do batteries and smoke detectors once a year to keep that up to date. So we pick a part of the year and do that every year. Similar to water filters or air filters or any other product in the home. Then we'll plan the visit by calling the senior a week or two in advance. Say, hey, what might have come up since last time we were there? Here's the things we have on our list that we planned out to do this visit. Is there anything else that you need taken care of, or anything else you want us to look at while we're there? Or is there any other, not maintenance, but any repairs that you might want to assess while we're there as well? So we plan out the visits. We can come prepared with the right tools and supplies and make sure that the customer has whatever supplies they need. So if they've got a reverse osmosis system, they need to have the filters so we can swap those filters out. And then we show up, and it's about a 2-hour visit typically. And we'll do all of the pre-planned maintenance items. We'll also look for loose doorknobs or faucets that are wiggling a little bit, or if there's a slight leak, we look as we can't tighten things up and make that better. The kind of stuff you do just to keep your home in good working order. We'll also do things like changing burnt out light bulbs. Changing a light bulb can be a high risk event, especially on vaulted ceilings, or even just awkward to get to locations that require moving big furniture. It can be remarkably dangerous with mobility challenges.
Right.
So we'll take care of all of that. We also are happy to deal with things like the seasons changing, so there's different decorations. You want Christmas decorations pulled down from the attic. You want to put the Easter boxes back in the attic, those kinds of things. So we can schedule that as part of that maintenance visit. We're just trying to take all the things that are a necessary part of living in your own home and living your life and keeping the home in good working order, some of which it becomes difficult as you age.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, again, it's a full package, for people who really want to age in place, and not just age in place, but age in place successfully, and everything else that comes with just being in your home in a safe environment. So More information is available on their website, and their information is on screen right now, so you can take a look at their phone number, their website, email is there as well. If you're listening to this as a podcast, you can't see that in the video, obviously, but it's in the caption. So give them a call or visit their website, learn more about the services they provide, get started either for yourself or for a loved one who can definitely benefit from these types of services. Tom, Liz, thank you so much for joining me today and educating people on what's available.
Thank you, Bryan.
Thank you.